Okay, Evan is holding a ruler and a yardstick. So the ruler is 12 inches long, okay, and the yardstick is 36 inches long. And it takes hold that for me, bud. Can you hold it? If we line it up right at the edge, it's going to take 3 of these rulers to make it all the way across the yardstick. So there are 3 feet in a yard. So let's review. On a ruler, there's 12 inches, and one ruler, or 12 inches, is 1 foot. And then there are 3 feet in a yard, in this big yardstick. Now the boys are measuring our door with a yardstick. And we can see that our door is exactly 1 yard wide. And if we know that there are 3 feet in a yard, then we could also say that our door is 3 feet wide. So it would take 3 rulers to measure our door. So that's why we chose the yardstick, because we only need 1 of them to measure the door. Our next volunteer, Case, is showing us that 1 yard is as tall as him. He's 3 feet tall. And also you can see that the rug is 3 feet long. And we can see that the better tool to measure Case and to measure the rug is the yardstick. Otherwise, we would have to use a bunch of rulers to figure out how tall they are. So we can say Case is 3 feet or 1 yard tall. Now the boys are going to measure our couch. And the better tool for measuring the couch would be to use our yardstick, because it is a big thing to measure. We wouldn't want to use our ruler because it would take a lot of rulers to measure this. But we can still measure it in feet or yards or inches, because we know how many inches are in a foot and how many feet are in a yard. But let's measure it with our yardstick now. So Evan's going to put his finger down for a marking spot. And then they slide it over to where the end of the first yardstick ended. And he's not going to lift his finger until it gets there. All right, Case, is it there? All right, is it there? Evan's going to move, and he's going to mark the next end of the yardstick. And then we would slide it down again, but we can tell we only have a very small space left to measure. And that yardstick is not going to fit there. So how many yardsticks did it take, boys?
2.
2. It took 2 yards to measure the couch. If we were going to round to the nearest yard, we would say 2 yards for our couch. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to measure a bigger item when you only have your ruler, because most of you might only have a ruler at home. This is going to be done the same way as when we showed you Evan sliding the yardstick, but now we're going to line up our ruler with the edge of the item, and then you're going to put your finger or use something to mark your spot. And then you're going to slide your ruler over. Okay, so I'm doing this by myself. So I'm going to lay this pencil down right where my ruler ended, okay? And that is my marker. And now I'm going to move my ruler over and try not to bump my marker and line the edge of the ruler up with the pencil. I've used 1 ruler so far, and I have to keep track of how many I use. And now I'm going to do the same thing at the end of the ruler again with my pencil. So this was 2 rulers. Let's put our pencil down to mark. And then we're going to slide our ruler over. Oops, try not to bump it. Okay. We're going to line that up with our marker. That's 3 rulers. And then we'll do the same thing again with marking it, if I can. Okay, and then slide the ruler one more time, which would be 4, which it didn't need all of that. So we used 3 full rulers and then about half of another ruler. So that would be 3 feet, and then half of another ruler would be half a foot. So 3.5 feet, but if we're going to round up to the nearest foot, you could say 4 feet, even though there's a few inches that we did not need, because we're just going to go to the closest estimate. So we would say 4 feet for this hutch.